Hello and welcome to your tarot reading by Mystics.ie, the home of Ireland's leading psychics. My name is Simon and I'm a 7th generation psychic and empath. I have used the Rider-Waite tarot deck laid out in a Celtic cross spread to interpret this reading. I hope you enjoy your tarot reading, and remember, the secrets are in the cards. The overall meaning of the Seven of Wands is that you must stand your ground, no matter who or what is challenging your position or authority. It's time for you to defend your position and take a stand against those who are aiming or conspiring against you. There certainly will be setbacks during this time, but as long as you keep fighting for your beliefs and stand up for yourself, you'll find you will overcome these obstacles. Love. With relation to love, you may have to set boundaries if this card comes up in your reading, even though it can create some uncomfortable situations. If you're with a partner, you may find yourself in a position where you have to fight for your relationship. There could be objections from other parties, family, other suitors, or friends that oppose the two of you being together. You may have to put a lot of effort in to make this partnership last, despite many external factors in the environment working against you. Now, despite all of these negative things working against you, you could be filled with confidence that this indeed is the right thing to do. You need to hold on to this feeling, for it will help keep you energized when the going gets tough. Career. In general, the Seven of Wands signifies challenge and perseverance. When the Seven of Wands appears here, these ideas apply to your work life or career. Though it might sound a bit frightening, this card doesn't need to be negative. This card indicates that you're capable of solving, though perhaps caught off guard by, the issues that you're about to face. Others may be attacking you or envious of your position at work. Embrace your inner confidence and proceed without fear. Challenges, either to your position or to your morals, can be particularly common right now. Fortunately, you have the strength to push past any fears or concerns and successfully stand up for both yourself and your beliefs. Money and finances. The Seven of Wands relates to success in long-term investments. Now, this can mean that you're profiting off of previous efforts, or you will do in the future. You likely are demonstrating financial foresight at this time. Though your position is currently stable, you're conscientious of how fleeting this stability can be and taking steps to protect your earnings. This financial planning can be in the form of starting a retirement fund, buying a house, or otherwise starting to save more. Regardless of what form your investments take, these choices will serve you well in the future. The Seven of Wands is also associated with the jealousy of others, so don't be surprised if you find other people coveting your financial success. When you get the Magician in your reading, it may mean that it's time to tap into your full potential without any hesitation. This could be in a new job, new business venture, a new love, or something else. It shows that the time to take action is now, and that any signs of holding back would mean missing the opportunity of becoming the best version of yourself. Certain choices will have to be made, and these can bring great changes to come. Harness some of the Magician's power to make the world that you desire the most. Love. As with its general meaning, the Magician Tarot card indicates making things manifest. Skill, creativity, desire, and determination will all bring about success in your love life. Should you be searching for love, the Magician suggests you take action and create opportunities to meet someone who you desire. Because the Magician in the Tarot also represents resourcefulness and skill, it is also still important to make sure that no deception or illusions are at work. For both singles and couples, the Magician brings excitement and a desire to experiment. Career. There are likely to be opportunities in your midst, and you may be able to harness them if you take decisive action. The Magician is the card of manifestation, meaning you should have the desire and commitment to pursue whatever it is you want in your career, and you're likely to find success. Look behind any successful person, and you'll likely find intense willpower and drive. This is the root of all ambition. The same goes if you're looking to start a business. Harness that drive and keep it motivated to manifest your dream career. Sometimes, if this card represents another person, such as a colleague or business partner, you may want to approach with caution, as they may not be everything they appear to be. Money and finances. There can be increased financial opportunities available to you right now. You'll likely just need to pursue them with gusto. The Magician works with many tools to make his will manifest. Try and take a look at the tools you have available. They can be the key for you now. What skills do you have? What abilities are you not putting to use right now? Being creative can yield results. The Six of Cups represents generosity, naive happiness, and childhood. It can stand for you wanting to return to a happier time, whether it was when you were a child, a teenager, or your young adult. Many times, these memories are things of the past, which reflect the aspects of ourselves that have vanished. You may feel that remembering these times is the only way to feel happy. The Six of Cups appearing in your reading seems to indicate that while we may look upon the past with a happy eye, we must avoid living in it. It can also mean you're returning to a familiar place. This could be your hometown, an old friend's home, a school, or any place that holds a lot of meaning for you. You're seeking to reconnect with people from your past. Bringing back old memories reminds us of our childhood, a time when things were simpler. This card can also suggest that you may have suffered a loss or a disappointment of sorts, and you're making the journey home. You're looking to the past to find the answer to the crisis or challenge that you're facing now. You may just be seeking the comfort and warmth of people that unconditionally love you, and gathering the strength to face the trials that are in front of you. Love. The past comes alive again with the Six of Cups love meaning. This card can signal a revival of the past and the nostalgia that comes with it. You may be exploring happy memories, you may be more appreciative of your partner's sense of familiarity, or an ex can even reappear in your life again. The Six of Cups can also represent a time of healing after wounds, and comfort may be important to you now. If you and your partner have had a stressful period in your relationship, looking backwards at the great times you spent together, and perhaps reliving them, can bring you great comfort. Beware, however, of living only in the past. Let the past nourish your future. They are lessons to show you what you want to remain in your life and what you wouldn't. Career. The Six of Cups often represents childhood, memories, and healing. When it comes to your career, Now may be a good time to look backwards on the path that got you here. This card can be a signal that your past work can hold great lessons you need to learn for building your future. The Queen of Swords is an archetype of an older, wiser, feminine intellect. She could be thought of as the most masculine of all the queens, and she may come off as quite stern and emotionless. This card represents the importance of making judgments without relying on emotion alone. The Queen of Swords beckons you to look at all the facts before making a decision. The Queen does have compassion, which is why she has her hand reaching outwards in offering. But she wants to connect to people using an understanding that is intellectual. This card also means that you'll need to become independent with your judgments. You must rely on the unbiased intelligence, which has you researching alternative viewpoints and thinking carefully upon your decision. Compassion and empathy in these cases can distract you from your task. So you're trying to keep a strong objective view while avoiding getting emotions involved. The Queen of Swords can also be about the way we talk with others. The Queen has the ability to tell people the way it is. This allows her to get her point across, so there's no confusion about what's been said. Above all, the truth is important to her, so she feels no need to soften her comments, thoughts, or opinions. She also expects the same frankness from other people. So this means that you need to be clear with everything that's been said, even if it may hurt. Love meaning. The person represented by the Queen of Swords can be a loner. She's very discerning about the people she surrounds herself with. Her intellect is sharp and perceptive, and her determination can be rather intimidating to those who do not know her well. Underneath her shell, however, she can be loving and loyal, though she may still prefer to avoid grand romantic displays or PDAs. If this is someone whose heart you'd like to win, you need patience, as this queen does not easily let down her guard. If this card doesn't represent a person, the Queen of Swords' love meaning can suggest a time when you're looking for both independence and self-sufficiency. This queen values her own space and identity. You may have to make some adjustments to create clarity and boundaries in your relationship. Career. The Queen of Swords can point to either someone more senior or yourself in a career tarot reading. This person is wise, honest, and may be a source of constructive criticism. They can offer great advice on how to proceed in your career. If this card represents you, you may be at a period in your life when you're able to get much respect from your colleagues. You are able to effectively communicate your sharp ideas, as well as combine them with a strong place of empathy. You likely have a strong reputation due to your integrity and your fairness. Money and finances. When dealing with financial matters, you'll need to act with consideration, logic, and wisdom right now. Have a clear balance between heart and head. If you're being asked to help with someone's financial situation, look at things fairly from both your perspective and theirs. This can usually mean being able to give assistance, but with boundaries. Put together a contract or a payment plan, set some rules or boundaries. This queen is also sharp and perceptive, noticing all details. Make sure you have clarity about your financial situation. The King of Cups is one of the most influential cards in the suit of cups. He represents creativity, emotion, and the unconscious. The card shows the ability to restrain one's emotions and be fully in charge of your feelings or impulses. Therefore, the King of Cups represents a balance between the intellect and emotions. He indicates that there's a strong relationship between understanding and feeling. When you have balanced your emotions and you're able to control them, it means that you have a deeper knowledge and awareness of yourself. When you're faced with challenges that would normally throw you off balance, the King of Cups is there to remind you that you should act as he does. Do not fly out in a rage or immediately throw yourself into despair. You first need to temper the state of your emotions so that you can progress forward in reality. Learn to evaluate yourself so as to determine how you can create stronger awareness of your own internal state. There are times when the King of Cups can symbolize an older man who's in your life. This is a mature man who's willing to take responsibility for his actions and who has mastered his own self-understanding. The King of Cups tends to be political and diplomatic, and this makes it possible for him to balance the needs of others and enhance the harmony amongst all parties involved. The King of Cups shows that you're sensitive as a leader and you're careful with the way others respond to your emotional needs. The King of Cups implies that you should remain mature when dealing with negative energy. Love. A balance between the heart and the head is represented by the King of Cups' love meaning. This person is emotionally mature and values family. When emotional tensions are high, their calm and collected responses are just what everyone needs to maintain peace. When this card isn't represented by a person in your life, it can be a suggestion to use both logic and intuition in your approach to love. Approach romance with practicality, but also with wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Combined, the love you find is sure to be deep and rewarding. Career. At times, the King of Cups can signify a more experienced, caring, and compassionate advisor or mentor who can help you develop an emotionally fulfilling career. This card is also about balancing one's emotional needs and practical, logical needs. Your wisdom and ability to balance your head and your heart can win you the respect and admiration of those around you, and can make you especially valuable when it comes to ironing out conflicts between various parties in the office. Money and finances. On one hand, the King of Cups signals some level of financial stability. This stability is the result of your judicious nature when it comes to making decisions. If you find yourself in the midst of making some large purchases or investments, this card can be a reminder that you should be both cautious and logical, as well as satisfying an emotional need. The Hermit is a seeker for the knowledge that comes only from within. A lonely wanderer in the path of the night, he searches for that which can only be gained with long periods of solitude, the inner voice. To hear it, he must disconnect from the crowds whose voices and desires threaten to overcome his own. He walks through the dark night of his unconscious, guided only by the low lights of the northern star, with his destination being his home, his self. You're currently contemplating that you need to be alone. Never be afraid to take this chance to reflect, as it could help you clear your mind of all the clutter that comes with everyday life. The Hermit may also refer to your effort in taking action that is authentic and aligned with your true self. You are perhaps searching your inner soul for guidance on what is right and where your next steps should be. The Hermit's appearance in a reading can also denote the appearance of someone who will come into your life and be your guide or mentor. Love. Love, being one of life's greatest mysteries, can also be a great teacher. It requires all of us to truly know ourselves, our needs, our fears, and our insecurities. The hermit love meaning can signal that we may need some time alone in order to develop some insight about ourselves before forming a strong romantic relationship with another person. This period may feel a bit lonely, but it will place you on the right path to finding a love that you're meant to have. If you're already in a relationship, this soul searching is something that the two of you may want to do together. Both of you may want to think about what you expect out of a relationship and what may make you happier. The initial talks may be uncomfortable, but will prepare a strong foundation for tackling the future ahead. Career. You may be spending some much needed time thinking about what you want out of your career right now. You may feel as though the path you're treading at the moment is not really working out for you, and there could be the sense of you not feeling fulfilled. Right now, you're trying to understand what kind of work would give you satisfaction and joy on various levels. If you've been pursuing a career purely for money or financial stability, these qualifications are no longer enough for you. You may be looking for a purpose, or at least something that gets you closer to who you want to be. Money and finances. You may be coming to the realization that money doesn't buy you happiness right now. This may be a time with less focus on material things and more focus on trying to understand where you can truly find self-fulfillment. To draw the Seven of Cups in a reading shows that you need to clearly see the shadows and visions in your imagination, not only in your dreams, but also in the real world. You should be careful of wishful thinking and be alert of the choices that you make. In one sense, the Seven of Cups indicates that you're a dreamer who's both excited and afraid of the things that you see in your unconscious. In another, the Seven of Cups is a reminder that although it's good to have dreams and wishes, it's even better to take action attaining those dreams. At some point in life, you'll need to stop fantasizing and face reality. If you're unable to make a decision due to the many options that are available, you should evaluate the advantages and disadvantages of each option so as to make the best choice. It's important to exercise caution when you're making your decision, as the card itself seems to show there are not only wonders and treasures available to you, but also monsters and shadows. There are some cases where the Seven of Cups may show you you're living in ways that are not necessarily grounded in reality, that your actions are guided by illusions that you feed yourself. Your ideas may be so up in the clouds, developed only by your imagination. As such, you need to separate what is real from what is not, so that you can make better choices. The Seven of Cups is also linked with temptation. Love. Several decisions lie ahead of you with the appearance of the Seven of Cups in a love reading. If you're single, you may have to make a decision between different lovers, or perhaps between love and family, or love and career. The Seven of Cups love meaning can also signal that all choices may look tempting right now, but although they glisten with promise, they may well be illusions. Take your time and consider things carefully. Only diligent communication and evaluation will give you what you desire. With love, we may be tempted to rush into a situation, letting lust and infatuation guide us towards something in the long run that won't last. It's important you consider all the options, as well as look at any red flags or gut feelings you may feel about the relationship. Trust your instincts. Career. The Seven of Cups depicts a person confronted by a variety of options. If this card appears in relation to your career, you may be presented with many different ways you can advance at work. This plurality of options is generally a good thing, but it may be important to be wary about how much time you spend dreaming about something instead of taking steps to make it happen. Remember, a potential path is only as good as the steps you're willing to take it. You have plenty of ways to make progress in your career, and they can all serve you well, but none will get you what you desire if you don't choose one path and commit to it. Whatever you end up deciding will serve you well, so act decisively and with confidence. Money and finances. The Seven of Cups suggests that there are a number of ways you can better your financial standing. Take time to consider what your options are. Though generally, this card does present you with many opportunities, it doesn't mean that everything is decided for you. In order to turn these opportunities into reality, you will need to be proactive. Weigh each option and consider it critically. Often things that sound too good to be true are. Listen to your instincts and open your eyes to any red flags. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card about balance. The coins are displayed in a manner that is precarious. Any small change in wind or weight can tip or send them falling. For those that may have more coins to go around, they can afford to be less careful, but at this moment things may be tight. Wealth too is a kind of energy, and it is the kind whose goings in and goings out are easiest and most tangible to see. There is a possibility that you're trying hard to keep the two aspects of your life in a perfect and delicate balance. This is most likely to be your career, money, love, and health. The balancing act depicted in the card suggests that there are two major factors that you're deeply concerned about. It is time for you to step back to have a better perspective of the situation. While you may initially think it will save you time, multitasking may just worsen the situation. Cut down on your tasks and concentrate on these two factors that are troubling you. You've done a good job keeping things stable, for you seem to be able to adapt well to all the changes that ask you to continually rebalance. When it comes to love, the Two of Pentacles is associated with your inability to provide the energy and time required to make your partner happy, or to find love. Your partnership should be your main priority, but with all the madness in other areas of your life, you're finding it hard to devote your attention to your loved ones. With regards to finances, you should pay heed to the bottom line. You should have a clear picture of your financial state. Plan your finances accordingly, control your expenditures, and increase your stream of income to create a solid foundation for your future. In terms of health, this card is asking you to find a balance between your own well-being and your responsibilities. It's easy to make yourself the last priority when you have so many things happening around you. Love. You'll need to put on a balancing act with the Two of Pentacles love meaning. This card generally appears when you have many responsibilities you'll need to take care of, and love may be the last thing on your mind. You may be feeling strained juggling your relationship, career, and family issues. All things require effort, and if you consider your relationship important, be careful not to neglect your partner. If you're single right now, you may have to make some careful calculations about whether you're ready practically for love right now. You may also need to decide what's most important to you, and make some choices to prioritize or deprioritize romance. Career. You may be juggling many projects right now at work when you draw the Two of Pentacles in a career reading. This is likely to be a more hectic time than usual, and things are either dumped on you at the last minute that weren't meant to be your responsibility, or you've been accepting them in order to attain a better position. Others may be impressed by how much you're able to handle, and just how resourceful you are. Ideally, this is just a temporary state. Be wary that you don't accept more work than you can handle, or that co-workers and bosses get used to giving you all the work that nobody wants to do. If this continues, make sure you get compensated adequately for it. Sometimes this card can also point towards balancing your career goals with other aspects in your life. Money and finances. The Two of Pentacles suggests that you're working hard to make sure all of your bills are paid. You may have to do a juggling act right now, as things can be rather tight. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles can also point towards the need to make some important choices when it comes to your money. Things feel very uncertain and you're likely on unstable ground right now. Everything seems to change so quickly, meaning you may be very hesitant on making that choice. Remain adaptable and you'll be able to come out of this situation just fine. The Nine of Wands tarot card is one that symbolizes great hope, even when one is faced by many problems that threaten to make them lose their balance. The Nine of Wands symbolizes one's life, which has undergone too many trials, but through their determination and will, they're able to overcome them. These hard-won battles are symbolized by the 8 upright wands. However, there are still more trials that you may face. This can be one major trial or challenge that you're supposed to face in order for you to reach your goal or be successful in your quest. This card is a sign of hope and encouragement that you should face your trials with courage so that you may attain success. The Nine of Wands may also mean that a person's been betrayed and has thus become mistrustful towards others. This may be because of something that's happened a number of times and may on first glance seem hopeless. But there is also hope and courage, and the belief that this outlook is about to change. Someone or something may come into their life that will change their whole view of their past struggles. It encourages you to take that risky move because you may just be surprised at the outcome. Love. You have prepared and strategized, and now you're ready to face the challenges that are coming ahead. The Nine of Wands love meaning signals that you recognize the love you want will require much work, self-improvement, and sacrifice. In fact, this is the nature of all love. Many believe that love is only a feeling, but in reality, it comes from two lovers that are willing to adapt and work through problems together as a team. It is about constant communication and adjustment. This realization is coming to you now and you're preparing for it. It's likely too you're about to take a big step forward when it comes to your romantic life. Are you about to suggest that you and your partner take the next steps together? The Nine of Wands love meaning suggests that should you do the work, you'll certainly reap the rewards. Career. Here, as in every position, the Nine of Wands marks the halfway mark in a battle. You're not done with the struggles, but they will end soon. At present, you could well be exhausted. The battle rages on, but you feel as though you're too exhausted to continue fighting for much longer. Let this card serve as a reminder that whatever troubles you face in your career right now are temporary. Perhaps your workload has been particularly heavy recently. It will lighten up. Whenever your troubles ease, you will see that you have the strength to fight until the end. You can persevere, but the battle is not yet won. Money and finances. The Nine of Wands can signal financial trouble. You're likely not in economic distress, but are under some financial pressure. It may be enough that you're considering taking out money from your savings or other such sources, like loans or borrowing from someone else. Instead of turning to dwindle your savings or otherwise compromising your finances, consider finding another source of income. If you work a shift job, take on extra hours or otherwise consider working overtime if it's available to you. This does not need to be a permanent change. You will come out from under this economic stress soon. Until then, however, you must confront your financial situation with determination and drive. It's all about control when it comes to the Emperor, for this card means authority, regulation, organization, and a father figure. The Emperor represents a strategic thinker who sets out plans that he must see through. He is a symbol of the masculine principle, the paternal figure in life that gives structure, creates rules and systems, and imparts knowledge. Whereas the Empress desires for their kingdom to create happiness, the Emperor desires to foster honor and discipline. He guides with a firm hand, following the calling of the crown above all else. Though he is a ruler, he also understands that to reign is to serve. Thus, he acts rationally and according to what is for the greater good of the kingdom. To see him in a reading presents a chance to grow in terms of the goals that you've set for yourself. It presents a successful future as long as you pursue your goals in a similar way that the Emperor does, methodically and strategically. When you see him in a reading, a possible interpretation is that you could be put in charge of something important. It could be a position at work or in any kind of situation that desperately needs order and a clear, decisive mind. You may be called upon to act in place of the Emperor, using your wisdom to bring clarity to the project. Love. Although the Emperor is a very serious man, without any real sense of romance, his appearance in a love reading can still be beneficial to you. The Emperor love meaning asks us to bring common sense, structure, discipline, and logic to our relationships and romance. Relationships around this card may be rather traditional and perhaps stifling if not handled too carefully. As a person, the Emperor represents someone older and well established that may also have a hard time expressing their feelings. Sometimes this card, however, can also symbolize a person driven by ego, who is domineering and bullying and unable to empathize with others. Career. Your career may be flourishing due to your hard work, concentration, and organized approach. The Emperor calls on you to be disciplined, efficient, and persistent when it comes to getting what you want out of your job or your job search. If your office or your work process is a bit chaotic or frustrating right now, it may be helpful for you to step up and introduce new methodologies or structures that can help you and your teammates collaborate more efficiently. This card can also point to having a more senior colleague or boss that can provide you with the support and advice you may need in your career. Money and finances. When it comes to your finances, the Emperor signals the need to be controlled, disciplined, and responsible with your money. Make sure you have a clear understanding of where your money is going. Put together a budget. Make sure you stick to it and check in every month or so. So long as you can keep it up, you're likely to be in a good financial position.